Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Watch This to Know the Pot Theory of Relationships. Gaur Das. Pot Theory of Relationships. I thought that was pretty interesting. Pot Theory of Relationships. I'm like, what's the pot theory of relationships? Anyways, that really kind of got me interested, so let's go ahead and watch this.
How many of you clean pots at home? Okay, thank you. Oh, many men are raising their hands as well. Amazing. Thank you. It's lovely to see men are also helping at home cleaning pots. You know, when you have a sink and you have one pot in the sink and you're trying to clean it, there's not much sound. But when you have more than one pot, two pots, if there's three, God. The more the number of pots, the greater the sound in there, isn't it?
Well, that's why you don't put them all in the sink. You know, like I don't have a very big sink, and what I end up doing is I'll grab all the pots and make sure and I put them on the stove, and I just grab one at a time, clean it, and then hang it up to dry, and then I grab the next one and I do the exact same thing until the dryer is, or the whatever I put, I don't know what you call it, but it's essentially you put the pots in and it'll drip down and it'll drip back into the sink. And then the other ones, you know, I make sure I rinse them clean. If I can't fit them on there, I'll just make sure there's no food and stuff on it and kind of let it sit out for a little bit. And because, you know, I have plenty of time. Don't know if that's the right way or not, but it works for me. And then the next day I clean. So I just clean a little bit every day. And I like to prefer to clean it all, but you know, if I don't do it, I don't do it. I just make sure it's ready for the next day whenever I do clean, and continue washing. I remove the dry ones and put in some new wash some new stuff, so it's not overwhelming and it's getting done.
So it's amazing. We need relationships to be happy, but every guy is like a pot. And if there's two pots living in a house, raise your hands if you've ever experienced some sound in the house because of conflicting pots, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Raise your hands if this, to add to the two pots, there's two more pots called kids. And then you have two more of those pots who grow up as teenagers, then the sound increases even more. Raise your hands if you have experience of that. Phew. Oh my God. What do you do? It's relationships that bring you joy, and the same relationships that you're constantly fighting with. One husband and wife, my God, they had such a fight. And the lady called her mother, "Mom, I can't stay with this guy, Mom. It's too much. I'm not going to stay with this guy. Mama, I'm coming back home for 3 weeks, Mama. I'm coming back." The mother said, "Darling, you don't come back. He must get the reaction to what he has done. I'll come to your home for 3 months. You just take it easy, you know. I'll come to your home for 3 months. We will make sure he gets every bit of what you give it to me."
Then another pot gets thrown in there.
As much as we want our relationships to be deep, we also know the challenge is egos. As much as we want to make them the bondings of love, we know the challenges is massive differences of nature. As much as we want to have those true, genuine exchanges based on affection, the challenges are different opinions. How many of you are married here? Almost all. Wow, that's good. How many of you got a partner of your choice?
Hold on. How many of you got a partner of your choice? What? Wait, that could mean a lot of things here. Okay. Number one or number two? Oh, number one's taken. Number two's taken. Huh. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh, 7's free. Okay. I still need to. There's a few things I gotta do first. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, seven. Oh, seven's taken. Oh man, seven, 8, 9, 50. You know what? Whatever. So I'm wondering what he means by this. So I understand there are still some arranged marriages in India, I believe. I don't know if he's referring to that, or is he referring to the fact that, did you get your number one choice, or did you end up going with second place, or something along those lines? I have no idea.
Okay, good, thank you. How many of you?
Sorry, real quick. Would it be odd if you're sitting right next to your partner? Wait, I'm not your choice? What are you saying? I'm like second place or something? 50th. Oh my gosh. Again, just joking around there, but like it'd be very awkward if you it's like, yeah, I got who I wanted, and then your partner didn't raise their hands. Like, what the? There's gonna be some more clanging pots in the sink here this afternoon, okay? I'm sorry if I talked so loud. It's just stressing the point.
How many of you did not get a partner of your choice? You don't have to raise your hands if you don't want to. It's okay. Did not get a partner of your choice.
Clearly, that was already answered.
As if it makes a lot of difference. As if it would make a lot of difference that you get a partner of your choice or you don't get a partner of your choice. Eventually, you end up staying with each other, and more or less the same things happen. I always say this. I say, no one teaches a volcano how to erupt. No one teaches a tsunami how to sway. No one teaches a hurricane how to attack. And no one teaches a man or a woman how to find a partner in marriage. Natural disasters just happen. Natural disasters just happen. Now, I just have one thing to say. We don't want our relationship to be a disaster. We don't want our relationship to be a disaster. And it's not just a married relationship, any relationship. These principles are true for any relationship. We don't want our marriage to be, or our relationship to be a disaster. And if we do not want our relationship to be a disaster, we have to start liking the person to whom we relate to. Happiness is not about getting what you like. Happiness has a lot to do with liking what you get. We are so busy trying to get what we like. We are so busy trying to get what we like that we forget to like what we get. And there's so much to like in people.
Whew, that is interesting advice, I will say. It would obviously it would be nice to get both. To like what you get and get what you like. That's asking a lot, for the most part. And I don't necessarily disagree with them. I mean, I watch a lot of red pill, maybe, kind of things, and it's just very interesting to hear how some people talk and how some people react and how some people act, especially in the West. It's just very interesting to study culture, American culture, and to see how this culture is evolving and how the dating world is like. It's not to say that it happens everywhere, but when you watch these kind of shows, it's very fascinating to see what are the preferences, what certain studies say about things, and what people, both women and men, believe. Divorce rates going up, people are getting less and less happy. And I don't think this is necessarily just a Western culture thing. I think it's really tied into struggle, I suppose. The less struggle you have in life, the more that you will struggle in life. Kind of weird. Kind of. So how do I say this? In America, I will say it's very easy. I mean, there are issues. Don't get me wrong on that. There's always going to be issues. But the three main issues: food, water, and shelter. Once those are taken care of and those are not to be worried, it's pretty easy, relatively easy. Especially in America. Yeah, there's issues, but relatively speaking, it's very easy in America. Now you say there's poor people and all that, but it's usually, I think majority of it is by bad decision, and there are some in fact who are just, I won't say bad luck, but you know, they're in a situation that's very difficult. But in terms of relationship, because it's so easy, people don't want to fight, people don't want to do better, people want the best without any effort. So they don't like what they can get. No. If they don't like 100% of what they get, they will leave and look for another. It is essentially, they're not willing to work through rough spots to work the relationship. And by doing so, by not doing this, they end up not being able to work through hardships in relationships. And their relationship ends up failing because they don't know how to handle struggles in relationships. And it's very interesting about I think Sadhguru talked about arranged marriages in India, how it has a very high success rate. Now, I don't know, like, I don't know what the culture's like in terms of that there. It could be very bad, it could be very bad, how to say it? It's probably looked down upon if there's divorce. So it keeps people together. That doesn't necessarily mean they're happy. But at the same time, for those people who are arranged marriage, who may not choose each other, but work through their marriages and end up being happy, have a much stronger relationship. Anyone who does work through their relationships anyway together and realize what they like and don't like together, I think becomes stronger regardless of how it came about.
So much to like in people. They say the person whom you wanted to get married to, whom you loved, you never get. And the person, now you're married to someone, and the person whom you really loved and wanted in your life simply remains the password of your email ID. You know, they just look at it and say, haha, once upon a time, there was a time when we used to love this person. Now I'm stuck with this. Oh my. Believe me, there is a great need that we start liking the person whom we connect to.
Wow, okay. We should definitely give our best to get what we like. But if we don't, due to whatever reason, let's also start liking what we get and be grateful. Gratitude is the key to happiness. And I 100% completely agree with that statement. Obviously, again, this is the thing, that if you are able to be happy with what you got, I think overall you'll be a happier person. You understand that you can't always get what you want, but you can be happy with what you get. Man, I sound like a philosopher right there. Is that a philosopher? Maybe. I'm sure that's been said before and I just quoted someone and not realize it. Terrible memory. But anyways, it's absolutely true though. The sad truth of the matter is, whenever those 3 essentials of life is no longer an issue, things tend to come very easy. And when there are things that are very easy, so for example, I don't like this pen. I don't have another pen, so I'll buy this pen. I don't like this pen either. I'll buy this pen. This pen might be better, looks better. I don't really like the way that shape is there, so I'll buy this pen. You know, it looks a little bit better. I like the way that shape. Oh, the way it writes. That pen looks so much better. Oh, I love this pen. Oh my gosh, this pen's wonderful. Pen, where are you going? No, I want you, pen. Don't leave me, pen. And usually the thing they want, they can't have. Because they can't be happy. They can't choose and pick the more important things in life. A pen that can write and feels nice. Doesn't have to have the perfect curves. Doesn't have to be the clicky ones, but mine does. And has to write smooth. But you get what I'm saying. Obviously, it'd be wonderful if you can get everything out of you that you want from the woman initially, and it stays that way. But then maybe someone you didn't think had everything you wanted, and then after a little bit, you realize that they can provide you because they want to make you happy, that they can, and that will also make you happy. A lot of people do initial reactions, or well, I guess initial reactions would be an okay one. And once one thing is wrong, that's it. Not willing to work at it. Not willing to say, nope, not gonna spend any more time in this relationship, just end it and let me find someone that's perfect right off the bat. That's the way I think a lot of things are coming to. I don't know if it's happening everywhere. I wouldn't doubt it to be, and I think it's more along the lines in developed areas. And just let me know if that's true around your, or if you notice that around your area. Obviously, it's not going to be everyone, but I feel like it's growing. Anyways, that's my reaction to watch this to know the pot theory of relationships. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.